Good morning, Optimist. What's going on? Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024, and we're just about to kick things off here. Market's starting to pop back up a little bit. Just kind of been sitting on the sidelines. All right, so today we have, we got the housing pricing index today, Red Book. We've got the Case-Shiller that all came out at 6. Coming up at 7, we've got the Jolts job openings. That's going to be a big one. And I'm expecting a fair amount of volatility this week. So we have a lot of big tech earnings coming this week. Google kicking us off today. I believe that is going to be in the after hours. All right, so we're getting a pop here off this low. Dropped all the way down to 37, getting a pop all the way up to 45. All right, so we're just going to look for a reversal because it kind of looks like we have the opportunity to grab one. I really kind of wish I grabbed this down here. Let's take a look at the chart movement today. Excuse me. Yeah, I got about a good solid 8 ticks a candle here. Getting quite the pop as we move into 645. Let's see a little pullback off of here. I'd like to see a pullback down to about 44 if we could. Kind of just seems like it wants to run. I'm going to check this on the 1-minute chart. And I want to buy high on this. I already missed the majority of this bounce. I'm going to watch out for that 50 moving average there off 47. Really, I would love to actually see a pullback to about 45 or 43. As low as 43 or 44 would look really good. That actually would be preferable. We got the VWAP up there at 53 along with the 200 moving average. So you look for a rejection off of 50. This is the pullback that I want to see. I actually want to see this pullback to about 44. That would look really good to me. This is 645 here. Missed the entrance. Missed the whole move. Damn it. That really was it. 645 right now.
Order
filled high, pretty much exactly what I didn't want to do, but doesn't mean we still can't get a great trade here. I did reduce my my exit. Only took about $100 off on that one. Like I said, I really do actually want to see a pullback. I want to see a rejection off 50. For like a second. That's quite the rip. And that, in all frankness, I should have been anticipating the 645 rip there. Having about 10 seconds into 645, I really should have gone for a much larger trade and been in the trade already. That's the truth. So we're about to get a science switch here. We're at 0.9 on the TTM. I want to see this pull back to the 50 EMA, maybe even the 35 or even the 9. All of those look good to me. So we're looking at somewhere between 47 and 45 on the pullback. That's actually what I'd like to see. There's about 9 seconds left in this candle here. Let's see what the next candle opens up with. I'm expecting kind of a rip on the next candle and push back up towards VWAP. Currently, ES is down about a quarter of a point, about $13 or so. There's science switch on the 1-minute side. Little more pullback. I want to see more pullback. Literally, I want to see a pullback to about 46 or so. Ideally, I'd actually like to see a red-yellow move on the TTM 10. I might go for 7. It's a little larger pullback than I want to see right there, but we're headed in the right direction. I want to see this downward movement because what I actually want to see is the consolidation, or what's the word I'm looking for? In any case, I'm looking for the 5200 cross. Checking this on the 1 minute, and I might buy in right here. Come on, CTM load. All right, jumping back to the 10. I want to see a little, like, I'm looking for this red to yellow. I'm looking for a cyan switch here on TTM 10. Currently at 1.7. There's red to yellow. Looking for the timing. 5200 is almost there. I'd prefer to see this 26 drop down some. This is why I didn't buy into it pre. I absolutely should have bought in back here, though. Feel a little dumb for not doing that. Massive pullback. A little more than I guess not too bad. 44, 43. A little more than I want to see, though. I was looking for more like 45. We're at TTM 1.5 now. So this move isn't necessarily over. I'm not going to call it over just yet. Although there is a lot of indication that it is. The TTMs are our only indication that it's not at this particular point in time. But the TTMs, one of the indicators I weight the most heavily because it's one of the ones that really shows the actual move. I mean, you can see that this TTM swap right here, I mean, this is like a $10 move. Is it from 41? It's actually more like a, I don't know, much larger move than that. Here we go, filling back up. Buying long here. Should have bought a little earlier, but I was waiting for that move to happen a little, a little more fluid there. Try to get out at 48.50. See if I can get out at 48. Ooh. Dang. I don't want to get trapped in this.
Order
right, we got out at 47.50, so we got a 3 ticker on that. I was really hoping for something a little bit larger than that, but our exit was 48.50 and it hit 48.25, so pretty close. I'm gonna drop this down to 5 ticks because I don't want to get stuck in something like that. Looks like we're about to get a cyan switch here.
Order filled.
Bought here again, little high. We got some volatility coming on. I did buy too high on this. I just became overzealous. Damn it, I felt that. Bought way too high at 48.25. Pretty much bought at the high. Trying to get out at 48.75 then. I bought on the TTM switch. That's not enough of an indication for me. I want that 5200 cross. And what I don't like is that it hasn't happened just yet. And I really wanted to see that happen kind of back here. Yeah. Damn. Gonna have to cut that. That's a big fat loss right there. That's totally. I bought way too high because I became overzealous. So I was caught up in the emotion of this move here. Don't get emotional. So trail max at 21. That was definitely a hit to the account, but we can work that. I filled it at the bottom too. I got a little spooked though by the dark blue TTM here. All right, I'm gonna go for a 7. Damn. I guess all we had to do was hold it. That sucks. We're at 53. 653. Yeah, we absolutely could have got out of that with some profit. Damn. Yeah, we got the crossover here. I'm in long again at 48 and a
Order
quarter.
filled.
I'm looking for an exit at 50. I think an exit at 50 might be too aggressive, just in case they plummeted at 49.75. So I'm gonna drop at 49. Actually, I'm gonna drop 49.50, just because you know sometimes they just crash it like right before. I'm just trying to be a little safer with that 49.50 zone. Getting a lot of resistance at 49.
Order
Got
filled.
out of 49. Tap 49.50. Got out of 49 though, just because of the hesitation there. I think we're gonna break through 50 though. Yeah, we got a big fat U-shaped pattern here. I definitely should have held that. That's too bad. That's okay. So we've got resistance here at 50 and a quarter or 50.75, and we've got the VWAP up here at 52 and a quarter. This looks like this could be a pretty active session today. Big fat rip as we go into 7 o'clock. Remember, we've got that Jolts job opening coming at 7. That's going to be a big one. Yep, Jolts at 7. So I'm expecting that to be a pretty large push here.
Order filled.
It's kind of like buy high, sell higher right now.
Order filled.
All right, we took a small trade on that. Really should have kept my full trade on there. I didn't expect this to rip like that after it started to pull back right on my entry. I actually got a great entry on that. We're at 655. That was actually pretty shocking. So we came up to just above the VWAP. That means we're getting that 200. Now that's the 5200 resistance and the VWAP resistance there. Honestly, a pullback now would look great. We got this U-shaped pattern. I want to see a pullback to toward the 90 MA. We'll probably get one more candle rip before then. Lot of hesitation and volatility right here. This could easily reverse the whole day and turn this into a bullish day. Currently, 5200 is on the low side. There's still about $5 diverged, so there's definitely a yeah, I think 5 and 4 might be a better choice to go for, just because we're getting a little bit of choppiness through this momentum. We might get a quick sell-off right here. About 3 minutes to the jolts. Hyper-focused trading, I guess. Yeah, yeah, man. I missed several long setups there. Just pull back to about 51, 52 area, and we're currently riding just below the 200 moving average, or actually just above it on the 1 minute. Looks like we got above it. TTM's only at 6.4, so it's not even really, not even extended, and we're about a minute and a half out from the jolts. We may get a big sell-off because of how far we are on the 5200 crossover. There may actually be a rather large sell-off here. There's a good short, opportunity for somebody there. That was a decent pullback, though. Pulling into a 1 minute hammer candle. I've got some ground to make up because I really did, fill that trade at the bottom. That was a pretty large loss. Down 352 on the day, which is pretty much what we made yesterday. We made 334 yesterday, so kind of break even over yesterday. But obviously we want to get green. So we got 1 minute to 7. I'm expecting massive volatility, but what I don't know is whether or not we're gonna rip to the upside or rip to the downside, because we're riding along the VWAP, and the trend of the day is, according to the price action, the trend of the day says we're bearish. So 30 seconds. Put in the chat, do you think we're gonna rip up or rip down? We'll find out in 5 seconds. Down. Up. Crazy. Wow. That's some gnarly volatility. Holy moly. Jolts is a big one. It really jolts the market around. Up for a few, then down for a few. You got that one right. Let's see. The actual was 7.44. The forecast was 7.99. These are new job openings. Job quits. Our actual was 3 million. Our previous was 3.07. Our previous was 3.08. Now I have a theory on the job opening thing. I think the job opening thing is a hoax, and here's the reason why. Certain companies will actually put job openings up to make it look like they're expanding in order to make their stock look better. Like, for real, they will actually do that. They're not actually hiring for the position. They just put that stuff there to make it look like they're hiring. They collect a bunch of resumes and data, for that matter, and then often sell that data. Outside of that, they're often never hiring. Not actually even hiring. So it's not really. I personally don't put a lot of job or emphasis on it, but Janet Yellen does, and therefore the market does. EMA 35 crossing above the 50, and we're really pushing this VWAP here. This actually does look like we could break.
Order filled.
Went long here, looking to get that 55.25.
Order
All
filled.
right, we got out on that. Almost back to break even on the day. Wow, what a move. Looking like some fat rips here. Going long.
Order filled.
It's pretty high volatility here. I'm looking to get out of 58.50. I need to trade smaller for this kind of volatility, man. We got in long at 57.50. Drop that down a 58. I definitely need to be trading smaller. Right now, I am where I'm at.
Order
All
filled.
right, we got that one route at 58. We're almost back to break even. I'm gonna reduce the size down to 3 contracts, just because of the volatility. Like even a swift pullback, like just even like that right there, that could easily like kill my account. So I'm definitely reducing size on this just because of the fat moves. Some fat moves, yo. This absolutely looks like we could continue to rip. This 5200 cross looks like inevitable. 67 up there with the opening range, with the high at 69. Expect a lot of volatility this week. We got all the big tech earnings coming out. This 59 and a quarter. Are we going to break through 60? TTM on the 10 seconds only at 4.5. So I'm not even fully extended on that. This looks like it's going to break to the upside.
Order filled.
Dude, I bought long right when it dropped. I bought into the pop, but on the drop. That's too bad. Shit. All right, we're probably might need to cut this one. Yeah, we're out.
Order filled.
Another big fat loss on that one. So down 600 again on the day. There's almost like too much volatility for trading. We made all that room come back. Don't tell me I fell at the bottom again. Looks like I might have. We made all that comeback just to lose it again. That's why I don't actually like necessarily going for recoveries, because sometimes I make it and then I just lose it right back. Try to go long here. I missed that entry though. Dang it.
Order filled.
All right, long off 59. Trying to get a 59.75. Just with a 3 and 3. This should be worth about 100 if we actually get it. But tap 59.50, like right below. I'm starting to feel too high on these. 59 and a quarter. Yeah, crap. Yeah, I'm starting to feel my fills a little too high. Dang. I'm out.
Order filled.
All right, I need to slow way down. Down 904 on the day. I think I'm down worse than I was the first time around. I need to take a look at the reports here. So we did get back to about break even on the day, but we lost it by going long yet again near the top. Reports aren't working. So let's take a look at the 1 minute side, because this is actually the side I really care a lot about the most. We're on approach for 5200 cross here. Definitely slowing down. Sizing down was helpful, but not necessarily, because now I got a lot of ground to make back up. So It's not flying high. It's the broker doing it. It does make it hard to get an order in. Oh, thank you, Tiny. Getting some pullback here. Yeah, that's why I'm actually slowing down a little bit. Like I said, down 904. We were up about 240 in the early part of the day, up about 240, and really it was this loss here, this one, that ended up ripping anyway. It just needed to hold back through this, but I mean this is like an $800 loss. So I was like, well, I don't want to hold a bag at, like, if this thing dumps even down to here, like that would have been a massive loss. So I really did feel it at the bottom, unfortunately, and of course it just ripped. But it's not necessarily that I could have predicted that. Okay, so we're kind of down here at the 9 moving average. TTM's at 5.9, but we're kind of vacillating between the cyan and the blue. So we're pulling back right now to the EMA 12. This could be a support zone. I want to see this 5200 cross on the 1 minute side. That's really going to be the big indication of a big rip, and we're still likely going to have resistance at 67, which is where that opening range is, with the high up there at 69. Now the ES has been somewhat trending downward over the last couple of days. I will also say too that we've got big tech stocks coming in today, so those are going to be vital. And actually, if you look at this on the 3 minute, the resistance is right there at 59, right where the 200 moving average is on 3 minute. It pretty much just called it right out. Another potential long setting up. Higher than I want to be because it up here like 57s and stuff like that. Like, it's definitely kind of a little bit of a sketch zone.
Order filled.
I keep being like one tick below. That one tapped my order, but no fill.
Order filled.
All right, that got it. That got the whole thing. I always check every time that it says order filled. I check my open P&L, and the reason is because it might fill 3 out of 5 contracts or something like that. So I might not get the full fill. So I'll always check that every single time. This does look like we're gonna get the U-shaped pattern reverse. Right at 60, right at the resistance. And there's flat on the day right there at 60. Nice pullback 260 and then a rip right through it. Still, I'm a little hesitant to buy because I think I'm getting have some nerves just because of what's happened with a couple of these. Obviously this guy was a big fat loss. It was a 12 ticker. Gratefully, I had reduced my size somewhat. Yeah, we had these two losses actually right in a row. So that popped up to 62. Now we're getting a rejection off of 62. Back down to about 58 and a quarter. This crossover is really close. I think we need another probably, I don't know, 6 minutes if I had to guess. 52, 30. They're only 20 seconds or 20. Oh, sorry, 50 cents apart. I thought it was 22.30. It's 22.60. Okay, currently down to 804 on the day. Trail Max still looking good at 1900. We managed to get above the 200 moving average on the 3-minute chart. It's pretty important for upward move. 3 minutes at 8.1, is a little extended on CTM. Let's take a look at the 5. So now we're at the 200 moving average, 5-minute resistance, and TTM's only at 3.4 on the 5. It's pretty decent. And as far as a 15-minute crossover goes, we're a long way out from that, but this is actually possible today. Not gonna say it will happen today, but possible. Not gonna do the math on it either. It'll take too long. Okay, ideally, I want to see a sell-off here, down to about 55. This really just kind of like in this area, maybe down to the EMA 35 at 53.50, but has to stay above VWAP. Crosses are the 5200 are kissing, and the 200 is below the VWAP, so that looks good for bullish. Tried to go long right there. I was actually planning that long. That's why I was switching to the Vortex. Now I have to look for a pullback. Doesn't look like I'm going to get one.
Order filled.
In long 60 and a quarter. Buying into resistance. We step back up in size some. Looks like that might have been a mistake. Both buying in resistance and stepping up in size. I bought into this for two reasons. Number one, we had the science switch on the way. Number two, we had these crossovers here. So I was really looking to take advantage of that move, but this was actually, I guess, the move here that I was really attacking. And I think we're down too much to really make this. Yeah, because the count actually just went into the negative. Yeah, so we got to cut and wow, yeah.
Order filled.
That's too bad. So our trail max at 1153. So at this point, I probably need to stop. Down 1574 on the day, so $1,600. The account went red, and we pretty much gave up all of our gains for the last couple of days, and that's really too bad because we've had a really rock solid couple of days. It's my first losing day in a little while, and I guess we just got to call it there. Unfortunately, that's too bad. because I was really excited for a lot of those moves. Our total losses today was $2,487. Our total gains was 1,112. So really should have just walked away while we were ahead at like 240 and some change. And also shouldn't have hesitated on a couple of the trades that I wanted to go long in, including this one here. I wanted to buy into this right here around 58, 57.50, and ended up just filling at the top. That wasn't a trade of 8 thing. This was all me because I was adjusting my ticks. I was on 3, and I wanted to go for 4. Should have just bought and just accepted that. So, but we've got, from what I see here, we've got a 5,200 cross. TTM's sort of floating down here at the bottom. I believe that we're gonna see a big rip. Got this long extended 1 minute flag. I believe that we will see a big rip sometime in the next like half hour. That's gonna bring us up here to 67. Problem is we keep hitting 60 and rejecting off of that. Here's a fresh science switch, but it's not been ideal. As you see, here's a fresh science switch I ended up buying into, and it rejected. This one might reject too. So the science switch is really kind of late today. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think that the smart thing to do is to likely walk. And you're right, Tiny. It's actually hard to walk when you're trying to build an account. It really truly is. Like you're spot on this. And another thing too, for me, it's actually pretty challenging to walk when I'm down, and obviously that's hurt me in the past. But walking when like if I'm down small, I'm usually okay with it. But if I'm down big, a lot of times I want to, like, how should I put it? $1,600. Once I get around $1,600, I'm like, yo, I don't have it today. But another thing as well though is that like I've come back plenty of times from like around being like down 800, down 1,200, whatever, even down 1,600 before. But the thing of it is that that builds a false sense of security in a lot of traders, including probably myself. Now, I haven't taken the time necessarily to fully reflect on that, but I believe that that's likely something that does happen to me. There's 56 and a quarter, and then these big pops. So we're getting these like 12 tick pops here after these drops. Starting to just kind of get sideways and shady. CTM's almost pulled back all the way, but you can see this 5,200 is still diverging from each other. So I definitely believe that this is going to break through 60. It's just a matter of when. So do we have any more news reports coming out? We got a news report at 7:30. It's the Dallas Fed. Yeah, we'll probably see a rip at 7:30, or just a big move, I should say. But that's about 8 minutes out. Cool. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Probably check that out inside of our Discord community. In case y'all aren't in it, join up. So this account going red on the day, red, the whole account going red, actually, not just red on the day. It's never a fun place to be. We're seeing some push up through 60 here. There's 61. I think that traders might be getting a little sketched out now, just because it's like, well, you know, you've kind of teased this whole time. So I tried to buy into that pop. This was the pop I was trying to buy into back here. And it's just, took a really, really long time. So now we're hitting green on the day as far as the ES is concerned. It's kind of flat, but close to green.
Order filled.
Bought long here. Looking to get out at 64. I don't really know if I even like that trade. Bought off 63.
Order filled.
Guess I should have gone for full 64. I was buying out the bottom doji. Wow. Dang. All right, resistance at 67. Watch it. There's 67. Damn. I told you there was a break coming. Let's check this on 3 minute. Yeah, 3 minutes on the way. That's going to be probably another 20 minutes. 21 minutes, actually. So popped all the way up to 70. We're 69.50. I think we're going to keep putting in new highs. I actually want to see a pullback to like 68, but they're 71 and a quarter. All right, 8 over 9. Probably see a sell-off now to 67. High up there at 71, 75. That's another thing too. I've been taking really small profits today and big losses. It's never a good strategy right there. We got a doji at the top on the 1 minute. I actually want to see a sell-off right here. I want to see a pullback to like 66, 67, bounce off the 9 EMA. I think that would look a lot better. The opening range there is at 67, so really like a $4 or $5 pullback would look good. I likely would buy into that. Oh, what happened was we've been set up for this 5200 cross for a good long time, and it finally broke out. So it didn't break out immediately. It took another like 5 minutes almost for the full breakout to actually happen. This big fat move was the move I was looking for back here. Because a lot of times it'll rip on cross. There's the pullback that I was looking for right there. Honestly, I felt like shorting it. Maybe I should have. I just didn't want to short in what I consider to be a bullish market. I don't want to fight the trend. But there's the sell-off we were looking for. I said down to like 67 looks good. But maybe pull back, $5 further than that. Pulling back to the opening or 61. I don't know what this list this as the opening range. But what I always see here is about $7 difference. I don't know what's up with that. Selling off even deeper, all the way down to 58 from 72. And ES going back red on the day. There's a 9/8 cross there.
Order filled.
I'm going long here for a 3 and 3. Dang. Really looking for a bounce off 60. Or 3 and 5 apparently. Yo, that's crazy. What the heck?
Order filled.
All right, we got that 3 and 3 is another 100 back, but crazy move. Like I actually was looking for that to pop much faster. Surprised it stayed down at 58. That was pretty shocking to me. CCS or Trail Max at 13. Big sell off on TTM and just on this chart as a whole. Definitely should have gone for a short there. Tiny, I hope you went for a short. All right, 7:30 right now. Sorry for flipping the windows a whole bunch. So we have the Dallas Fed index came in at 2. Prior was 2.6. Dallas Fed revenue index at 9.2. Prior was 10.1. So what these are, the Dallas Fed conducts the Texas service sector or service sector outlook survey monthly to obtain a timely assessment of the state's service sector activity. Firms are asked whether revenue, employment, prices, general business activity, and other indicators increased, decreased, or remained unchanged over the previous month. Responses are aggregated to balance indexes where positive values generally indicate growth, while negative values generally indicate contraction. And we've had pretty positive ones. Our lowest one, our worst one was April of 24. But for the most part, pretty much steady incline. So good numbers on that over the whole. All right, we're getting some pushback up above 60 or 63.50. Kind of missed this move while we were looking at all that. We get a pullback to like 61. We got that doji at the top, so The 10-second 9-12-26 crossover has been pretty reliable today. I guess not so much back here though. Yeah, I take that statement back. I want to go long, but this doesn't look like the right time just yet. There's a doji there at the bottom. We got this 8 over 9 with divergence, so that to me indicates a downward push for a moment. It doesn't mean it's going to be a long-term downward push, just, you know, for timing entry. Take a look at this 1 minute side. That big sell-off right there kind of makes me feel like this is beginning to be a head and shoulders.
Order filled.
Bought long of 65. Dang it.
Order filled.
All right, got out of 65.50. It potentially could go further, but so what I was wanting to actually check. Okay, so we're getting a red to yellow on the TTM 1 minute side, and 9 is back above 12. We've got this 1 minute candle making a new high over here. We could be getting another rip, like a really big U-shaped pattern, potentially. We'd want to see a pullback to 63.50 or so right here, and a bounce off that. That was it. Down 13.49 on the day, and Tremax at 13.79.
Order filled.
Try to buy into that momentum move. Gotta keep buying at the top, man. Oh my gosh. All right.
Order filled.
I can't believe I keep buying at the top, dude. I don't know what's up with that. Clearly, I don't have it today. I'm out. I know I already said that, but I'm not in any worse of a position than I was when I said I was out last time. So, still the same loss. Actually, maybe I'm $100 worse than I was last time. But yeah, I gotta walk. So, yeah, I'm showing this, like, I'm seeing like buyers in charge myself. And that's one of the reasons why I keep going long and why I keep buying into what I consider to be strength, because I'm seeing, 1, 2 candles on the 10-second side really beginning to rip. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy into this, go for a scalp, go for like even like 3 or 4 ticks or something like that. Something small. I'm not even like attacking it with size. I'm not attacking it with large range, but I'm buying at top. It's just immediately dropping. So not buying at top. You're being filled at the top. No, I'm literally just hitting by the bid. But I'm getting filled basically immediately. Like I'm hitting buy bid, and then it's like, or join bid. But it's when I say I'm buying at the top, what I mean is that I'm hitting the buy button like right here, expecting a further rip. And what's happening is I'm buying and it's going doo doo. And so that's what I mean by I'm buying at the top. So yeah, that's what's up with that. I totally should have shorted this because I felt like that was a short op and it was great. But yeah, definitely I gotta I gotta walk on the day. I clearly don't have it on the day. We've got 1029 left in the trail max. That's enough to build an account back. But we lost, 1,700 bucks today. More so when you factor in the fact that we were up 240 or so. So being as that's the case, I mean, like, my accuracy is really bad today, 67% accuracy, and normally we're at like 100% accuracy. Um, Last week we were at 93.5% accuracy. We lost two trades, two big trades nonetheless, but two trades. But we were way up on the account. Last week we ended net almost $900. The fees and commissions are a killer. Obviously, 435 bucks. But overall in the month, we're now down 467. So the first order of business to do is to make about 500 bucks and get the account back to flat. So that's the first order of business. I'm not going to attempt to do that today. I'm not going to pretend like I know what's going on with this price action today, even though to me, looking at it from a long-term perspective, I'm looking at it and I'm saying, hey, we've got this 5,200 cross on this 1 minute side here. We don't have a lot of resistance above. We have, in a lot of ways, we've got room to run all the way up to 5,900 because we've already hit 5,900 in the ES before. On the 3 minute side, I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, we've got a 5,200 cross inbound on the 3 minute side as well. So this looks to me like this is going to rip. And then when I also go out to 5 minute and 15, I see the same things. So when I'm looking at the 5 minute, I can see this 5,200 cross in here. Might get a couple more pullbacks along the way, back down to like 60 or whatnot. But this to me looks like it's going to rip up to like 58.75 area. So that's really what I'm seeing. I'm seeing on the chart that I'm like, hey, I see that this is gonna rip most of the day. In fact, actually on the 15-minute chart, we're 15 minutes out from a cyan switch on the TTM. So I think that we're looking at not even that 5 minutes. 7:45, we might see a big rip here. We might even see a big rip right now. But that's the problem is that I keep like buying into what should be rips and getting filled at the top and then just having it crash back down on me, only to have a rip typically again, but it's hitting for what I consider to be what I'm comfortable with losing. So and at 1029, I on my trail max, that's 2/3 of our trail max. I think that the best thing to do is just to walk, and then after walking, at that point, then live to trade another day, more or less. Yeah, exactly. Live to trade another day, right? And tomorrow I'm gonna have to trade, not small, but I'm gonna have to reduce down from the 5 contracts that I've been trading, which kind of sucks because I was really enjoying doing the 5 contract thing again. I've done that in like 2 years, so I've been pretty much on the 3 contract train for a good long time. Um, but yeah, is this the rip that we've been talking about? Who knows? Like I said, I thought it would rip in the next like couple minutes. Um, so and there it is, kind of rejecting. It really is that opening range, that sort of that 67 zone. But I'm calling it as a rip. Like, so we'll see what happens in like 3 minutes. But my guess, we're gonna rip up, and I'm looking at 5,900 at the high end. I don't know if we'll go that high, but that's not out of this world high, because if you really think about, like, I've talked about this $30 variance between the view app. $30 variance from the view app is 85. So I mean, I think that's very much in the realm. And if we go on the 1 minute side, 30, yeah, it's 85. So, that's not out of this world. Um, it seems reasonable for the movement of the day. It seems reasonable for where the ES has hit, over the last few months. So to me, it actually seems like a reasonable call to say that this could hit like 59 or 58.85 or even 5900. If nothing else, probably 58.80 on kind of the lower side of things. 743. That 15-minute science wish, I think, is going to be a big one. $3 minutes nearing that cross. It's about $3 away. So I'll stick around for another minute. I'm not going to take any trades, but I'm going to stick around and just sort of monitor the chart. I just kind of want to see if I'm right as we step into the 15-minute chart or 15-minute, the next 15 minutes. Candle. That's obviously what I was trying to say. But it just wasn't coming out right, you know what I mean? So I'm thinking 8:30 is gonna have a big jump here. There's 7:45 right now. No volume increase just yet. In fact, volume is quite low. I want to see if it's got that cyan. Yeah, it did. Okay, all the way to 2.0 too. So you see, last time I got that was here, right there, and that caused the rip up to from about 60 to 68. So then rejected. But this is the first one here, so. So anywho, I'm gonna jump and we'll call it there. Unfortunately, I guess I didn't have my chart up. Unfortunately, we end up taking an L today. That's too bad. Especially because we were up about 240 in the beginning of the day, and often that's how it goes, right? Like I'll be up around $200 or so, and then I'll keep on trading a little bit, and then we end up with the L. And unfortunately, there was a lot of great momentum today and several calls that we made, but just missed the moves. So much love, appreciation. I love all you guys. I show up because you guys show up. So keep showing up. I'll keep showing up. All right. Let's be each other's trading network. By the way, guys, there's only a couple days left of the Elite Trader funding thing here. So Elite Trader funding here has 2 more days left of the 85% off sale. You can pick up a 50K account for $25. If you're really good at risk management, you can even get a 100K static account for $20. The statics do have $625 in drawdown versus $2,000, but you do get a little bit more money to trade with. Only a 2 contract position thing. So, if you guys are at all looking to earn funding in the futures market and you've been kind of sitting on the sidelines, now's the time to take some action. There is a link in the description. The coupon code will be automatically applied, but when you use my link, it does help support the channel. We don't make a lot out of this. We do make a little bit, more or less less than a cup of coffee. I'll put it to you that way. Less than a cup of coffee, is what we make out of these. It's not like big money or anything like that, but it does help support the channel. It does also make it, a little bit more worthwhile to show up. But you guys can take advantage of this. Get a 100K account for $31. If you really want to go all out, you can get a 300K account for $100. You know, it's discounted off of 650. It's $500 off. So, or $450 off. You know, it's crazy discounts. So check out the link in the description. Grab yourself an account, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully, we trade a little bit better tomorrow. I expect a lot of choppiness this week as we've got big tech earnings all week. Every day this week, we've got big tech. Tesla, started last week, and we got Google today after hours. We got Microsoft this week. I think we already had Nvidia last week. Who else was on the Meta? There's a couple other big tech that Magnificent Seven, as they call them. Anyway, y'all, we'll see you tomorrow, and hope you guys have an amazing day.